On live, and I am live. Lovely, nice to meet you. My name is Julie, and I am an adult content creator, erotic photographer, and this video will be about threesomes. Okay, don't have much time, so I will go straight away to questions. So I had this guy who noticed that I am talking about adult fantasies and wanted to ask about threesomes. He is in a couple and he is asking these questions. How would you explain the phenomenon of overwhelming intensity of threesome experience with some partners and having absolutely no interest in others? There will be more questions, but how to say, that is a very interesting question. And how many times I would communicate with clients about certain erotic fantasies, photo shoots, I will tell you there is no questions asked about technical stuff, about how I do posing, directing, or, what I'm doing in the studio. There is no questions related to me directly as a professional. There are all questions related to an emotional state of that couple, of their problems, of their issues. And they want the photographer to sell these issues. And very good that I have a medical background and I'm actually passionate about psychology and all those stuff. And I'm able to give my response to the best knowledge. Okay. So what I think about overwhelming intensity during the threesome experience. So I know that there are many couples who are looking for such adventures, and what they're doing is they're looking for couples outside the zone, in the clubs, in the pubs, and on the holidays and stuff. That's happening. You know that it's true. Okay, and that means inevitably you are meeting a new person and how to say, focusing on the stranger. Okay, so what happens in general in a personality or in a human, on the human level, is that we are all the same, but there is one gene, okay, which separates us. Okay, one gene, right? And that one gene is responsible. I'm talking about my opinion here, yes. And of course, there is many information science based, but one gene is responsible for our sexuality, for our sexual marker. Okay, that is that thing, how we get connected, that thing, that how we get attracted and get matched with some person. That is the thing, how we know even beforehand, that it is possible, the kissing and the sex with that stranger, let's say, right or not. You actually evaluate this, and even before you met that person, you know about that person, you spoke about that person. So this is something what we subconsciously evaluate in our brain. Okay, and it comes from that gene, and how to say, an experience come from the many generations before you. It's not only about you, to be fair. Okay, so that's how we how to say, specify our uniqueness. Okay, so if I'll speak about the woman, for example, from the woman point of view, the woman knows very well with which guy she's fancy and which guy she wants to be. Okay, just by the look of it. Okay, and what psychologist is saying, that if she will mate or have a family with the guy she don't want to be, the children will be invalids or whatever stuff. That is the science-based information. That's not coming from me, but that's how I heard. Okay, so that is what's happening with that couple. Okay, and with that particular person, with that particular guy. Okay, so he is got attracted to certain how to say, criterias that he is matching to, and not necessarily those criterias have to match with your partner. Okay, to have that threesome. So that is how to say, that the problem, right? So if you fancy that personality of that person, not necessarily that your partner feels the same. Okay, because that one gene defines, okay, who they want to be and who they sexually feel attracted to. Okay, So that is the problem. About the overwhelming intensity, I can tell you this, okay, why you feel this way. And then again, this is my perspective, is that, you're trying to attract, okay, or pull someone out of your league, okay? Just imagine that, okay? And then it happens, again, then it happens. And of course you feel overwhelmed because you don't know, it's like, how to say, it's like getting into the party and getting a full-on buffet for free. Yes, so you don't know which dish to grab, what to do, and how to say, you want to overeat and those kind of a thing. So of course it's too much for you, right? It's too much. It's not something that, how to say, normally you would have. You would have probably one starter, one like a main, and one dessert, right? And that person is maybe 10 desserts, and how to say, and you experience so many fantasies with that person already. It's pushing your buttons, it's pushing your limits, and that's something what happens during that overwhelming process, okay? And like I say, you maybe will be overwhelmed, and your partner will be, yeah, okay, your spouse will be like, yeah, fine, like, not doing much for me, right? Okay, so that's the thing. And another thing is the sexuality, okay? Because people still, it's maybe ridiculous define people by sexuality and say, oh, one is straight, one is bisexual, one is gay, and so on. But this is the reality. Okay, and so, how to say, we have as well feminine and masculine side inside us, okay, and that is also matters, okay, during that choice, during that, how to say, evaluation. Okay, so these things come into account. That's why people have a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings and a lot of things going on during when they think about the threesome. It's quite a complicated experience for mature people, and it is so easy for, how to say, for young people, because they do not have this in their head. Okay, they just gathering the information about the life. Okay, so usually all these considerations and all these thoughts are happening when you are in a mature age. Okay, when you have thought about this, when you know how to say, you already develop some information, you have some base. Okay, and then there are some different unique things, what were unique to you. Okay, and then you will see that those things does not match with the people around you, and then you have this question. But overwhelming and intensity during the threesome is usually, yes, because you emotionally, you feel, like I say, most of the time it's not your ride, most of the time, or you having this ride, once in your life. Usually I can even compare this to the situation when, young guys, when they book a shoot and they pay money, they, how to say, the value or the performance they bring on during the studio is worth every penny. Okay, and so that he is, how to say, using, when the mature people book a model, for example, yes, the shoot is relaxed and everything is, how to say, in a different vibe, in a different pace, everything in a different way. That's why I like to work with mature people more, because I am that generation. But when I see young people book it, and I little bit even, how to say, stay aside when it comes to booking a model. I let them to bring a model, or let them in, because I know they will use every minute of that time. No, seriously, you know what I'm talking about, right? So not every model, how to say, is there to to give that much, like the young generation would want. Yes, so I hope I explained a little bit about the partners booking, or how to say, looking for that threesome person, individual, and why they feel, how to say, differently towards the same person, and why they, how to say, even if the looks are there and the energy are there, they do not feel any sexual desires and don't have anything going on in their, in their mind and anywhere else, because they don't want that person. Okay, they don't want that energy. They do not connect with that person. They there is no sexual spark, sexual impulse. That's how people, for example, go on the dating. Okay, they go on the dating and they experience the same thing. Okay, with some people it works straight away, and they feel sexual attraction, no matter they want, how to say, maybe a casual something, even one stand something, right? But they know that they want, right? And with some people you meet, like, there is nothing in there. There is, how to say it, blank page. Okay, so that is normal. Okay, because we, like I say, we have that one specific identifier. Okay, and it doesn't have to match with everyone. Okay, if you are, especially if you are wired to yourself, okay, connected with yourself so well, it's really hard to find someone who would truly, you would say, truly matches you. Okay, because you developed yourself to the certain level. That's why people, the more mature, the more clever they become. That's why they stay longer, or they wait for the certain person, a partner. They do not jump into certain, how to say, relationship. That's why they are more wiser on that end. Okay, and like I say, the more mature you get, you take one decisions, and the younger you get, you maybe do not experience those problems that much. Okay, you could just, you get that sexual energy, those hormones are kicking in, and you can, climb on anyone, and you do not evaluate, oh, I am, I'm on the high level of attraction, or not on the high level of attraction. You're actually doing it for your own needs, for like that, so I'm saying there is a difference. There is a difference in age, in human age, and different in development, sexual, development. And there is a difference when you understand yourself so well that you can define very quickly which matches a person, and you can invite for threesome, and which not matches. The problem is that, like, I understand the couple has a different opinion when they organize the threesome. Some like and some don't like, and that doesn't have to match in the couple, and you unite it in a different way. Not necessarily you have to be on the united and the same opinion with your spouse or with your husband, partner during the threesome. You actually need to find the compromise and need to find the basis, or how to say, agreement on certain things, because to be turned on identically on the same person is it's not for everyone, and woman is much more able to fake and stuff. So I hope I gave you some point of view about why some people in a threesome create certain things, and why some don't. Okay, here in the studio I can tell you this: the threesome experience is there is also two directions to go. There is a budget experience. Okay, people just want to try and to see how it is for themselves. Okay, and budget experience means they're getting a budget. They don't have a choice. Okay, they don't have money, they don't have a choice. And when I present my services, I very much look into quality of experience. Like, I'm a professional photographer to make that experience easy to follow and easy to go. I design, I direct, I pose, I light, I tell them what to do. That's the thing what I do. It's a lot of on when two people are arriving, have no clue. Okay, and then the model is here to direct three people, to create a very good, from beginners, to create a content that will be interested to look, to watch, and will be sexual, and and inspiring, and how to say, hold on, it's a lot of work. Okay, so I concentrate on that topic. Okay, I do not concentrate, do they fancy or do not they fancy. I always say you're not gonna marry that model. Okay, and that model is here to help you to make that fantasy. And if you do not have money, you have no choice. Okay, just simple as that. I don't care. I'm not gonna go and look for the one you fancy. I don't really care. I don't have time. You're not paying for that. Okay, so there are models who are absolutely perfect to fit into that environment, to make you comfortable, to make you relax. I don't care if you don't like her blonde or brunette. I don't care if you don't like this. And seriously, I don't care. And there is another part, okay, which is for VIP clients, okay? So they pay, okay? They pay for this factor, okay? And because they pay for this factor, of course, I give choice of the models and I advise. And of course, they have sexy ones, which they get turned on straight away. And that sexy one, because it gets paid really well, it will jump on the clients and it will create those fantasies they want. So I always say, this is important, okay? This is adult business. This is not a charity organization, okay? And the models who are coming here to create those things on camera and on film for you to come back to memorize and have this experience, they have to be paid well. Okay, they have to be paid well. I'm not doing here just so you can have fun. Okay, if I have a professional models who are there 100% guaranteed to show up, guaranteed to create any no limit fantasy, okay, you have to show me your pocket, how big it is. Okay, so then you will have a choice. Very often I have this problem. Okay, people think, oh, I have £1,000 and they think they have a very big budget. Yesterday I spoke with one couple, okay, where threesome turned into foursome. Okay, and the foursome ideas I will be talking about in a different video. So I'm talking about, and they're like, oh, we are in Barbados and this wife has this fantasy and we are a mature couple. I'm like, okay. And then they say me this thing. So basically this wife would like to try a photo shoot with a male model, and he would like a female model, but the female model should be bisexual so that they can have a threesome together. And they telling me that they have 1,000 budget. Okay, and I'm saying, do you know how much it costs to hire? And I'm showing the models, and they were like, wow, amazing models. And then, you must understand that this model will go and have a date, okay, without any camera in the face and filming, close up, how to say, penetration scenes for 1,000, 5,000, whatever. Okay, so this is a very good deal I'm giving anyway. Hiring and arranging those models and having those sexy people, out there, right? And people think that, how to say, what they're paying for 2 models, okay? Hiring 2 models, they want to have a photo shoot for 2 hours. I say, in general, this project will take me around 7 to 10 hours because I need to arrange, I need to prepare, I need to shoot for 2 hours, and then the post-production will be between 7 hours, because if you're shooting 2 hours and it's going to be film, videos, and the photography, it will be around 300, 500 pictures, okay? There will be movie stills, okay? There will be, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 minutes of footage at least, because I would just split session into half and half. Okay, so you need to actually create like really exciting videos and things and everything. They just think that they come and they pay for those 2 hours and then I don't know. People are, seriously. So like I'm saying, the appetite grows. The more I discuss those ideas, the more they want, for that 1,000. So threesome, okay, can I just inquire? I have so many questions about the threesome. And then threesome become a foursome, okay? And somehow in their mind, okay, it's, how to say, they do not evaluate this, how to say, in a money format, right? They just think that this can happen because they want it, right? Okay, so very often Okay, this is a very big mistake because how to say, when you have a budget, okay, you don't have a much of a choice. Okay, no, seriously, you don't. You should be appreciating that you are actually will be visiting the studio and making this stuff, okay? And there will be models who will arrive, and then you know what happened? And then he sent his wife pictures, and he was like, "Oh, my wife is in early 50s, and it's good, you know, it's good because bisexual models and in general models, they do care with who they shoot, okay? They do care. No, seriously, because the models, you know, they also like aesthetics, they also like looks, okay? And there are girls, for example, bisexual girls, who will ask me, send me that client's picture, and I will tell you, I will shoot with her or not. They also want to fancy and like those clients. So imagine when I saw the pictures of the clients, I thought, you know what, you have to pay 5 times that you would have a shoot with those sexy models, okay? First, you lied, okay, because I am in my early 50s, okay? And you saying this grandma is early 50s. First, you lie about the age, okay? She is not. I understand that people have this fantasy and eventually they decide to try something, right? And when is it to try? Okay, when is it to try? Okay, people, how to say, soon gonna see the Christ, you know, and there is a time to actually, how to say, to create those fantasies. So I understand, and I am here to assist and help. Okay, but when it comes to erotic photo shoot, people lie often to me. Okay, seriously, they lie about reasons, they lie about age, they lie about everything. It's just so disgusting because I am open-minded and I am honest person. I would never judge. Okay, but they think that I cannot, you know, evaluate if she's 70 years old, you know, or she is 50 years old. I can't. Okay, and for the model, it is a very big difference. No, seriously. Because this is not me with these clients. I am just taking a technical stuff and I'm filming, but I'm arranging. So how would I say to the model that she is in her early 50s and the grandma is coming? And I am absolutely fine with shooting mature people. I love, okay, mature people. They need more work, of course, okay, but it's better than young because young, you know, want to push the buttons and cross the boundaries and act crazy very often. So mature people listening to me, okay, in the studio, they more, how to say, following the rules, following the direction and stuff. But be honest, because if I book a model for a certain age clients and then, you know, how to say, the model is not aware, and then I will be the liar, and I don't want to be in that position, okay? Because I am thankful that these models are here to help, okay, and I'm here to assist. Okay, next question. Would you advise having somebody known to when venturing out to play a threesome game? This is two different situations. Okay. Someone you know, it means that you will have a regular threesomes. Okay. It means that you are grooming the person. It means that you are preparing the person. Okay. Threesome with someone you know. Okay. Usually people, how to say, when they coming for a photo shoot, okay, they meeting a model the first time. Okay. So it is not possible. But I can tell you, there were many clients who would ask, oh, can model arrive earlier so we can meet her in or him in the hotel? Can we have a dinner before the photo shoot, the day before the photo shoot? Or can we take you and the models to the bar for a drinks? There are many clients who would like to meet model before. And I can tell you, there are just few who met. I'll tell you why. Because the model are in adult business. This is their job, okay? They have to pay for the model to go and meet them, to have a dinner for those 2 hours or to have a drinks. And they also have to meet me. I'm not doing this for a charity or for fun. This is my job. Okay. And very often clients are confused. They think that, oh, I'll just go around and have a drink with that one, and have a drink with that one, have a drink. I don't have time. No, seriously, I don't have time for this. So yes, I understand. I understand because, like I say, the first question was very important. That factor, okay? You fancy or you not fancy, but then you again ask yourself a reason why you're doing this. If your reasons are being a young and hormonal, so you most likely don't care, which model is there, at least if you say it's sexy, it's fun, that's most of the time. Okay, it's enough, this information. Then I send pictures, and I always send pictures. Okay, it's never like you booking a model threesome and you're having a blind date. No, you see the model before. Okay, that's always like that. But I'm just saying, if you are doing this as a couple and you're doing and arranging it for yourself and you're doing it yourself, so of course it's much easier to meet people before, okay, to have dates before, to know each other and stuff. But then you're making a base, a ground for certain, more, how to say, more substantial, more long term. So you need to ask yourself why you're doing this. If you want to have a constant, long term thing, then yes, of course, of course. Okay, the one night stand on a casual something can grow into something like that. It's like dating again, you having the date, you having a thrill. What's happening with that threesome? Okay, what's happening? I'm again explaining you. The hormones will kick in. You will be nervous. You will be excited. You will be sexually stimulated, okay, in the way you're not stimulated on the daily basis. That's why people are doing this. Why you need this stimulation? To stay younger. Look at me, okay, look at me. Yeah, I am surrounded by this sexual content because I am a creator. Okay, I make erotic videos, I make erotic pictures. I'm constantly looking at them, not because I like the porn and stuff. I need to edit them, okay, and I need to produce certain blogs, certain things. So I'm constantly working with this sexual content, okay, and it's inevitably, it's not consciously, but subconsciously it has an effect. It has an effect, okay? And when I say my son, oh, this is 25, everyone is shocked, okay? No, they are. And that's why you can look at someone like Cher. Of course, the celebrities had a lot of procedures and operations. I'm not there yet, but I'm just saying the sexual information in your body has to circulate, has to be renovated, and you are responsible for your sexual health. And sexual fantasies is just something what is related to your sexual health. That's why we having this conversation in the first place. Okay, why it is important? Okay, why is it? Why is it bothering you? Why you want to try this? Okay, it's like children and sugar. Children and sugar. You stop giving them sugar, they get obsessed about this sugar thing, and you blocking constantly, and you're not allowing. Oh, this not allowed, this not allowed, this not allowed. And they can eat, then if you allow them, they can eat that sugar, how to say, a bucket. There is a day when they can eat a bucket, and it's in November, that day, Halloween. Okay, so what I would advise personally, if I would go into threesomes, and if that would be my threesome, of course, I would look for something long term, if that would be me, okay? But if I'm doing just to please my partner, okay, right, then I don't care. It can be a stranger, a sexy stranger. But what I'm saying is care about the partner. What we're doing here in my studio, there are 5 love languages, that, yes? So there is what? Touching, right? So there is touching, right? There is caring, okay? There is a quality time, right? I am telling you, everything what I will bend here, it goes into this experience, okay? Everything what I'll write it down in the post. Everything what is love languages and caring and being together goes into erotic photo shoot experience with your partner, threesome or whatever kind of a fantasy you would choose, okay? It covers that, okay? So if I would do this for my partner, that he would have this fantasy, because very often I can tell you, people think that they will get hooked. People think that that's it, they will try and they will stay this with them forever. No, I know very people who will try one time and forget about this topic, okay? I know that people, for example, couple will book a threesome, and I can see that the partner is getting so jealous, so jealous that this threesome not happening, and they have most passionate sex ever, in the studio without, how to say, a model and things. So many things can happen. It's very important. What are your reasons? What is your situation? Where are you coming from? Why are you doing it? Okay. So the next question is, planning versus winging it. What's the game plan and the idea to play? Please help us to tune in, as not sure where to find it. Okay, so planning, winging it. Seriously, I can tell you how I'm doing it. Okay, freestyle. That's how I'm doing. It's because I feel professional and confident at what I do. Okay. I don't need to see this couple's pictures. I don't need to know them. I don't need an introduction. I don't care. Okay. I am on the spot right here. The couple arrives. Okay. Of course, we had this consultation and some kind of like communication. So I have a feel about people. Right. And of course, they booked the model, which they expressed the requirements and they fancy that model, right? So there is a halfway there, okay? And then I am doing it everything, on the go. On the go. You need to know how you feel, okay? What's the point of planning it if the person is not there? You understand? I can plan. It happened to me many times. I would plan one scenario. The moment we go into the studio, everything goes upside down. Okay. And we're shooting totally different thing. Okay. So there is no planning for me. Okay. And that is the only way I can tell you is the best way. Okay. If someone more conservative and want to, feel that the life is in control and they want to plan something. And again, I can see there is different people. Okay. There are people who are doing a photo shoot, sending the brief, and you can see that they planned this out. They did so much work. They checked everything, the posing, they checked the toys, they checked, like all kind of outfits. They checked. There are people who are freaks, okay? OCD, freaks to be clean, and everything has to be on their, shelves and all this. With the artist, and I am considering my artist, this is a messy mind, okay? There is a messy universe, okay? There is a messy mind, and there is also, how to say, there is also, how to say, in the messy mind, there is that factor which people will see and understand how they should go and how they should lead. And the only thing what I'm listening to is my gut, okay? So what if I would have a plan? Like, let me tell you, I have a plan for a deep throat, for example. Yes, I have a plan, and the next scene is going to be the deep throat. Not feeling it. Maybe she has a sore throat. Maybe he is too thick. Maybe something that there is so many things. Okay, so what that I have a plan? Okay, the scene is not passionate. There is no energy created. There is nothing. No one is enjoying it. So what that I have a plan? So what is the end of the photo shoot is the goal that I would have a proper content, proper material, not to achieve my plan, okay, but I need to be turned on every, scenario, on every set that I'm shooting, and I need to know that this is real, not acting out, and people are pushing their limits. My computer is dying, and I hope that enough of information about the threesomes today. Thank you so much, everyone who's listened to me, and till the next time, right? Sorry, I need to run, and I don't have a charger now, so Love you, kiss you, mean it. Bye.